design. Yeah. And in that, there are quite a few things we discussed. For example, layouts, job design. You could think how to make jobs more interesting for people. So it impacts it helps them to be more productive and produce quality work. Those type of things, design, overall design. Then yesterday we were talking about structures, organizational structures, and those type of things, right? So want to show you one clip on design, and then maybe we can have a little bit of a discussion. It is about location. Yeah, location is also part of uh, part of design, where you place your business, in terms of attracting customers. Placement of businesses impact overall productivity and of the business. So let's watch this clip and see what we can take away from this one. Yeah.
Why are gas stations always built right next to other gas stations? Why is it that I can drive for a mile without finding a coffee shop and then stumble across 3 on the same corner? Why do grocery stores, auto repair shops, and restaurants always seem to exist in groups instead of being spread evenly throughout a community? While there are several factors that might go into deciding where to place your business, clusters of similar companies can be explained by a very simple story called Hotelling's model of spatial competition. Imagine that you sell ice cream at the beach. Your beach is 1 mile long and you have no competition. Where would you place your cart in order to sell the most product? In the middle. The 1/2 mile walk may be too far for some people at each end of the beach, but your cart serves as many people as possible. One day you show up at work just as your cousin Teddy is arriving at the beach with his own ice cream cart. In fact, he's selling exactly the same type of ice cream as you are. You agree that you will split the beach in half. In order to ensure that customers don't have to walk too far, you set up your cart a 1/4 mile south of the beach center, right in the middle of your territory. Teddy sets up a 1/4 mile north of the center in the middle of Teddy territory. With this agreement, everyone south of you buys ice cream from you. Everyone north of Teddy buys from him, and the 50% of beachgoers in between walk to the closest cart. No one walks more than a 1/4 of a mile, and both vendors sell to half of the beachgoers. Game theorists consider this a socially optimal solution. It minimizes the maximum number of steps any visitor must take in order to reach an ice cream cart. The next day, when you arrive at work, Teddy has set up his cart in the middle of the beach. You return to your location a 1/4 mile south of center and get the 25% of customers to the south of you. Teddy still gets all of the customers north in Teddy territory, but now you split the 25% of people in between the two carts. Day 3 of the ice cream wars, you get to the beach early and set up right in the center of Teddy territory, assuming you'll serve the 75% of beachgoers to your south, leaving your cousin to sell to the 25% of customers to the north. When Teddy arrives, he sets up just south of you, stealing all of the southerly customers and leaving you with a small group of people to the north. Not to be outdone, you move 10 paces south of Teddy to regain your customers. When you take a midday break, Teddy shuffles 10 paces south of you and again steals back all the customers to the far end of the beach. Throughout the course of the day, both of you continue to periodically move south towards the bulk of the ice cream buyers until both of you eventually end up at the center of the beach, back to back, each serving 50% of the ice cream hungry beachgoers. At this point, you and your competitive cousin have reached what game theorists call a Nash Equilibrium, the point where neither of you can improve your position by deviating from your current strategy. Your original strategy, where you were each a 1/4 mile from the middle of the beach, didn't last because it wasn't a Nash equilibrium. Either of you could move your cart towards the other to sell more ice cream. With both of you now in the center of the beach, you can't reposition your cart closer to your furthest customers without making your current customers worse off. However, you no longer have a socially optimal solution, since customers at either end of the beach have to walk further than necessary to get a sweet treat. Think about all the fast food chains, clothing boutiques, or mobile phone kiosks at the mall. Customers may be better served by distributing services throughout a community, but this leaves businesses vulnerable to aggressive competition. In the real world, customers come from more than one direction, and businesses are free to compete with marketing strategies, by differentiating their product line and with price cuts. But at the heart of their strategy, companies like to keep their competition as close as possible.
Yeah, very interesting take there. Um, Read a little bit about Nash Equilibrium. Yeah, and if you reflect in your life, I'm sure you have observed these type of things, like the restaurants are close by and the gas stations are across the road to each other, and then there are long distances where maybe gas stations are not there. So the design in terms of where you are going to locate your business, and in this clip you saw that they were back to back to each other. That's quite interesting. Something I thought that as we were talking about design, I think this clip is worth thinking about in terms of design, and quite useful if you are trying to find some type of location and want to increase and maintain and sustain your productivity and so on. That would be nice. So that was one thing I wanted to share about design to complete that conversation. Yesterday we were talking about motivation, and I showed you some tough clips, which are not easy, of course, but we had to look at them and see what are different options of motivation and so on. Um, but then there are always times where you it will be hard for you to motivate other people for various reasons. You want to motivate someone, change some. It is linked with management of change also. Those of you who did that course with me, but I did not show this clip in that class. It was on the website. I did not show it because I wanted to show it in this class. Changing, sometimes people don't really want to change. So how to change those type of people who don't want to change, and especially to make them do something, to motivate them for whatever you want to do with them. So for that we are going to watch one clip to and try to complete the um, and then there are other things on motivation also. So we'll start from there and see how it goes for us. Please pay attention to the clip as you are watching. Try to see what are different tactics being used. Some experts are sitting there and they are going to give you some suggestions also. So please see if you can make notes and then maybe possibly participate in some form of discussion also.
Okay, full disclosure, today's title is an overstatement, but only a little.
Those of us with a bad habit have probably heard all the guilt, pleading, and logic for change a million times. We're prepared to resist and combat every logical or emotional attack.
Especially smokers. More than most anti-addiction, they've seen the anti-smoking ads, the horrific images of cancerous lungs. Everybody's told them 100 times to just stop. And does it work?
Of course not. So let's look for BS you can use. All right, first let's find some smokers and a couple of Confederates. In the control condition, we'll have Cole and Josh try the traditional lecture approach.
Excuse me. Hey, you know smoking is bad for you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Would you like to know where you can get some help? If you want to quit, then
Hardly any takers.
thank you.
90% of the smokers responded resentfully. Just under half even took the paper when it was forced into their hand. So reminding people of something they already know but don't want to think about didn't work.
Now here comes the BS you can use. This time we'll have our intrepid Confederates try something different. We'll replace a tired lecture with an influential question. This time, Cole approaches the subject
Excuse me?
with a fake cigarette
How about a light?
and asks for a light.
How about a light? Why not? Why?
Don't breathe. You like to move so fast.
This is fascinating.
Emphysema too.
The adults are now telling the boy why he shouldn't smoke.
Gets even better. Now that the smoker's making the anti-smoking arguments, the kids turn it back to the smoker with an influential question.
So if you care about us, what about you?
Just look at the body language this time as compared to the control condition. You don't see defensiveness, you see openness.
Exactly. In this condition, close to 90% of subjects not only lectured the boys about the evils of smoking, but committed to trying to quit themselves. And it gets even better. One of them saw the boys later and came back to continue the rant.
Take it from me. Every time somebody bring it to you, or you see it, or you see somebody smoking, remember my word. It's not good. But I will quit, for sure, I have to. Otherwise, I will die here.
Now, the skeptical scientist in me wants to ask, so was that motivation just temporary? Sure, they pocket the paper, but do they actually do anything?
Good question. When Ogilvy and Mather conducted the experiment in Bangkok, calls to the quit line actually went up 40% on the day of the experiment.
Wow.
We don't know if they actually quit, but we do know that their motivation lasted past the interaction.
Yeah, so let's talk about this. Why did that work?
I see a few things going on here, but let's focus on one of them. When you're trying to influence people who need motivation and not information, don't offer more information.
Your only hope is to avoid provoking what psychologists call reactance. The best way to do that is not with speeches, but with questions. Give them a safe environment to explore motivations they already have.
Exactly. The kids' approach allowed the smoker to feel emotionally safe, which allowed them to acknowledge their own ambivalence about their habit.
So I have to reintroduce them to values they already believe in by tricking them with a cute kid or a puppy.
Close. Stop forcing them to take the wrong side of the argument by lecturing them. Instead, use questions to help them explore their own motivations at their own pace. And it works too. Go ahead, try it at home.
I'm Joseph Grenny.
And I'm David Maxfield.
And that's all the BS for today. Sharpen your behavioral science skills by subscribing to
Yes, quite interesting experiment about smoking and all of that. Very interesting. As you are watching this clip, what are your thoughts? What is coming to your mind? Like we will always have to engage with other people to motivate them to be more productive, to offer better quality. And if you are listening to this clip, he's saying a couple of things. For example, lecturing other people, like do it like this, do it like that. Is that really helpful? Do people really listen to a lecture, or it should be more of a conversation? They, for example, told a technique that raising some type of questions and let other people answer those questions in their own time, in their own pace. Maybe find the motivation from within, their aspiration, their motivation, that type of thing. But what comes to your mind when you are looking at this? Um, any thoughts, any ideas coming to your mind about motivating?
I think when I saw this, I had my childhood experiences when parents teach you to do something, when they teach you to don't do things certain way, and you end up doing that because the rebel in you is so much provoked that you pursue the wrong actions according to the parents. So rather than doing that, we can just, as the video suggests, we could just ask for questions leading to the solutions, leading to the approaches where the child is, put in such situation, or the customer is put in such situation where they answer for their selves, and leading to the answers that you want them to answer. That's what
Very
generally happens in interview as well.
interesting. Very interesting. And I'm sure all of us across the board can relate with this, even parents, guardians, elder brothers, sisters. They have been telling us to do a couple of things and we maybe did not do them or whatever. Purva, can you tell some story where, like, let's have a little story from you, like they said something and how it went, and maybe then you did not do it or you did it. What was the mechanism? Give us a little story there.
Yeah, so I am a very passionate sports lover, and I was in my I was doing my had my football nationals selection going on during that time. So my father told me that it's your 11th grade. Don't pursue sports right now. It's time for academic, concentration. It's okay if you're given a chance to participate in nationals or whatever. I don't care about that. So what I did instead was I packed my bag. I had put my shorts and studs and shin guards, everything in my bag. And then I was like, and we didn't have a regular school going on that day. And I said, okay, Papa, I have to go to school now. And then I left, and then I appeared for that participation, and I did it, and I actually got selected. But even after that, they didn't ask me to go because I had this knee injury. So the ending was not as per my wish, but at least I had that satisfaction that hey, I did appear for that yeah trial.
That's very, that's very interesting. This is national football team you are talking about.
Yeah. I represented from Chandigarh, so that's in India. So so that's where I got selected as well, but I couldn't pursue that because I had a ligament injury during that time, and I was so passionate, so madly passionate that I didn't care about my injury. And so my father said, no, you shouldn't. A, you have 11th grade examination. B, you have an injury on your knee. You can't pursue that. And I went there. And even
And
my
how
sports teacher was like, you're insane.
and how
Yeah.
this works from Chandigarh? If you are selected in that team, then where you go? Is it like you go in some regional team, or then you go to like national team or some age groups? How it works?
National team in age groups. So I was in my I was 16 years old back then when I was selected for national. So 16, and there's a bracket there. 16 to 18 age group can go for one, for this kind of trophies. Although I didn't pursue it further, so I don't know much about it and I can't remember it
All
though.
right.
But then
Okay.
it is like I'll be representing Chandigarh, and everybody would come to one place. Generally, it used to be Delhi, so it's capital of India. So generally, it used to be Delhi. So we all the people from different states come together, and the competitions happen there.
Mhm.
So that's how it
And
works.
but however your family tried to stop you, it did not work with you, and you ended up doing what you wanted, and then that is how it went, right?
Yeah. That's how it
Mhm.
went.
Thanks for sharing the story. It happened with all of us. They are telling us to do, and they are telling in good faith, of course. Like if the child has injury, and of course they think that maybe academics is more important, and whatever they are trying to say something, and then at that age we are not maybe on the same length, and we want to do our own thing. So it's very interesting example. Um, Let me share one example from my side also, where the technique of stopping me worked. Right, so Purva gave where it did not work, so we will balance out how it worked. So it was Independence Day, and on Independence Day, people go out and celebrate and have fun. All the bikes and cars, that type of celebration goes on in that part of the world. So I was there, growing up, of course, around same age as Purva's example, and I wanted to go out, and my mom was there, and actually she did not want me to go because it is not safe and all of those things, but I really wanted to go, looking for that night that we're going to go out and celebrate and have fun, whatever. So I remember I was ready and coming out of my home, and my my mom was there, and she looked at me. She was smiling. I was kind of nervous. Now she's going to stop me and all of that. So this is what she said to me. She said that you're going out. So I said yes. She said that I would not like that you go out, but if you want to go out, you can go out. Yeah. very interesting. Yeah. So the person says, I don't want you to go out, with a smiling face. But if you want to go out, okay, come early. Yeah, that type of thing. And she went upstairs. So I was out, I went to the gate, and I'm thinking as I'm going to the gate, but I could not go out for some reason. I don't know why. I did not go out. I really wanted to go out, but I did not. It's like the psychology. Of course, she's my mother, so she knows what to say and how to say it. Yeah, so that was quite interesting for me, like, how you plan, because of course if she would have pressured or something, it might not hit me. What I'm trying to say is that in the clip we watched together, those experts said that raise some questions in the mind of the person you want to change. Raise some questions and let them answer those questions on their own. Yeah, don't force the outcome, because as we said in one of the courses earlier, that all important answers should come from within. Yeah, only then they stick. Otherwise, the forced thing and things coming from outside, they might have short-term motivation and all of that. In the long run, and to really transform, and the way we have been talking about productivity and quality, to really reach that level, these are some of the things which you might want to think about. Anyone else would like to maybe make some comment on this, or maybe share something, or what do you think about all this? Any thoughts, anything coming to your mind before I move on? Yeah, most of the time we will be working with other people. Yeah, working with other people to motivate them. Yeah, motivation. Yeah, we were looking at some clips yesterday. So I'm going to finalize that motivation conversation from yesterday, maybe with some with one clip. Yeah, maybe final clip, and then we can conclude motivation and move on to something else. And you can check on the website week 9. There are some postings for you to look at. Human element, productivity, some clips are there. You can watch them in your own time. This one is very interesting, extremely. Please find time to watch it. This is the top guy in motivation. I'm sure you have heard his name. Maybe you did not see him. This is the guy. His name is Hertzberg. Yeah, Hertzberg. He has developed some very top quality motivation theories and his work. These are short clips, part 1, part 2, he's explaining motivation. What a phenomenal guy he is. So please find time to listen to him whenever you are interested in, looking more into motivation. Start with him and see what he has to say. Yeah, this one amazing. You are upset, you have something. I want to, instead of saying something, maybe suck it back. Suck it back. We were talking about it, I think yesterday or day before yesterday, that we say things, and after that, after saying, we think that what did we say. So sometimes suck it back. Yeah, this one is very nice. I usually play these clips and talk about that, but you will have to watch them in your own time, over a period of time, slowly and gradually. Yeah, because sometimes when we talk about too many things in one go, then it have different type of impact also. Yeah, just like we saw 3, 4, 5 intense clips at the end of yesterday. So it is best to watch those type of clips over a period of time and digest them, because different people take things very, very differently. But anyways, I'm I'm going to conclude the motivation from yesterday with playing this clip. Steve Jobs is going to tell us a couple of things about management of people. It's very short clip. It's very short clip, just 2.5 minutes. Please pay attention. Listen very carefully what he's saying, because essentially this is what it is, if you ask me. But pay attention.
One of the keys to Apple is Apple's an incredibly collaborative company. And so, you know how many committees we have at Apple?
No.
0. We have no committees.
No committees.
We are organized like a startup. One person's in charge of iPhone OS software. One person's in charge of Mac hardware. One person's in charge of iPhone hardware engineering. Another person's in charge of worldwide marketing. Another person's in charge of operations. We're organized like a startup. We're the biggest startup on the planet. And we all meet for 3 hours once a week, and we talk about everything we're doing, the whole business. And there's tremendous teamwork at the top of the company, which filters down to tremendous teamwork throughout the company. And teamwork is dependent on trusting the other folks to come through with their part without watching them all the time, but trusting that they're going to come through with their parts. And that's what we do really well. And we're great at figuring out how to divide things up into these great teams that we have and all work on the same thing, touch bases frequently, and bring it all together into a product. We do that really well. And so what I do all day is meet with teams of people and work on ideas and solve problems to make new products, to make new marketing programs, whatever it is.
And are people willing to tell you you're wrong?
Yeah.
I mean, other than snarky journalists. I mean, people that work
yeah. No, we have wonderful arguments.
And do you win them all? Or?
Oh, no, I wish I did. No, see, you can't. If you want to hire great people and have them stay working for you, you have to let them make a lot of decisions, and you have to be run by ideas, not hierarchy. The best ideas have to win. So, otherwise, good people don't stay.
But you must be more than a facilitator who runs meetings. You obviously contribute your own ideas.
I contribute ideas, sure. Well, why would I be there if I didn't?
Yeah,
Sorry,
very. Yes.
No,
Yes. 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 So, very interesting clip. Any thoughts, any ideas on what he is talking about? Managing people. Anyone can comment some things? Yes, Fatma, please go ahead.
I can make comment. I think he's totally agree, because when I think for myself, I wouldn't stay in a working environment that I cannot explain my ideas. If I cannot make any contribution, why am I there at the end? That's why I think he's agree. I agree with him.
Can Fatma, can you give any example of this sort where you had some approval from the leadership when you are giving ideas, or maybe you are giving ideas very passionately, but they were not listened? What was the impact on you when they listen to your ideas? What is the impact on you when they don't listen to your ideas? What worked for you? What did not work for you? Anything on those lines, if you can. If you can go ahead and tell us.
Yes, I can give an example actually. Last internship I had, it was kind of training to know each department. So, and I saw that there is a
Yeah, so in the, please go ahead.
yeah, then I present that idea, and they really liked it a lot, and I get an offer after that. How can I say? I present that report, and they offered me another internship. Next week I'm gonna start there, so it actually created an opportunity for me, new opportunity actually. So it was really nice for me. I'm really happy.
That's very good. We are also very happy for your success. Anytime when you were giving some idea and it was not heard properly, what were your sentiments? Can you give any example of that?
I can give an example from this internship right now I'm doing. Since it's a finance department, things are already created and they are processing it regularly. It's hard to change something right now. So when I asked about something, they are answering me actually in a more reasonable way, and then I can understand that, oh, it's not proper for this company. So I can share my ideas, but sometimes it's not proper for that company.
Very interesting. And these things which Fatma is saying, these we go through them all the time. We are, especially when we are enjoying our job, we want to improve it, and we give ideas. Sometimes they are agreed to, sometimes they are not agreed to. Sometimes other people are giving us ideas and we don't pay attention to them. So these are something, even when you have to say no, you have to think about this thing. Like when you are rejecting someone's idea, different, you have to think how you are going to say it. Fatma, if I understand correctly, today is your birthday.
Yes, actually tomorrow. I plan
Tomorrow?
to go to my hometown today, but I couldn't. Plans are changed a little bit. That's why I can join the lecture.
That's very nice. That's very nice. We won't be meeting you tomorrow, so happy birthday from us. I think people
Thank
should
you.
maybe
Thank you
maybe
so much.
maybe wish uh, early birthday wishes. Let's take a moment to celebrate your birthday, Fatma. Yeah, I'm going to play a little thing for you.
Thank you. Really? Oh, thank you so much.
Happy to you, happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, so these type of things I think very
Oh,
important
that
to.
was so sweet. Thank you.
Thank you. I enjoy that voice, chipmunks. So I said let me share it with you because we won't be able to see it. So all the best and enjoy your day and whatever you are doing. Yeah, everyone should, I think, wish birthday and have a good relationship with each other. Relationships are important when you are thinking about improving productivity and quality. As a matter of fact, thinking that sometimes people remember other people's birthday, like at work. There is in one conversations, when we were discussing this topic, productivity quality, one of the participants, they told that um, at their workplace, the people who were managing, they had a catalog or something where they had the birthdays for all the workers, and even when that participant left the job, he would still get the birthday wishes through email or something like that. So he was saying that he likes it when he gets it. So this, of course, if it is coming genuinely and you mean it and you are saying it in the right way, these things are, of course, not for any wrong reason. If it is done in the right way, these are small gestures which bring people together and bring culture. We were talking about what culture brings quality. These are the little things, maybe especially especially in the context when um, um, we don't have really time. All of us are very busy in our life. Generally people are very busy in their life. They are one thing they do, then they have to do next thing, and so on. And I'm going to talk about it in a bit, but let me conclude this motivation. Yeah, he said collaborative company. Yeah, arguments. Steve Jobs is saying we have a lot of arguments. Arguments. What are arguments? Like I say something, you say something, then I say something, you say something. What that type of thing creates? That type of create tension. It creates tension. Problem is no one really likes arguing, especially if they are angry arguments, and your job and your other people are, going to judge you on your uh, on the quality of your argument or the quality of your reasoning. And then he's saying, Steve Jobs is saying his arguments are there, and then he's saying that if the interviewer asked him that, do you always win when there is argument? Steve Jobs said no, I don't always win. It's the best idea which should win. So this is very important thing to really think about. And because most of the time this is not how we behave. I can talk about myself. I'm not I can talk about myself. It is definitely good. I feel better if what I say, that is how the thing is done. Of course, this is, yeah, but that is not how it should be. That is not productivity. It is the best idea, best thing which is available for the project. That is how it should be. But then, personally speaking, I can say that if my idea is not taken, I'm not very excited about it. Like, I'm not celebrating that, yes, my idea is not taken. Yeah. I don't know how you respond to that. So think about that human element. And I showed you the website is there. You're going to watch those things in your own time. I wanted to talk about some other things. Generally speaking, let me show you that I show in the last session, we generally have a long video, which is, I think, 20-30 minutes long. Yeah, and it's quite informative clip. And we talk about that. After watching it carefully, people make notes, and then we talk about that. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to play this here. I'm just sharing what normally I do. Yeah, this is the story is the story of stuff. The story of stuff. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is just it's like 21 minutes or so. A story of stuff. Yeah. So I'm posting it in your chat. In your own time, somewhere in life, you can watch it and think about the things which they have said. They are talking about so many different things. It's quite intense clip. Make notes when you are watching. That is what I do generally in my last session. And there are other clips too, other clips that also I play. But they are there on the website, so you are going to play them in your own time and see what you would want to. I want to do something else right now. I don't want to do the regular things which I generally do. So I was saying a while ago, and these are just thoughts. These are just thoughts. Nothing is binding. These are just thoughts. Listen to them, see what works for you, what does not work for you. If something comes to your mind, please participate. in a conversation. It's not a lecture or anything. These are just some thoughts. I was thinking this morning, what are some of the things maybe I should share with you as conclusion on productivity and quality. These things were coming to my mind, so I'm going to just take my time maybe and talk about that, and then from there we will we have a little exercise to do. We'll do that and see. We have time, hopefully, to look into these things. So I was saying a while ago, this birthday thing came, and we spoke about this birthday and all of that. I was saying generally people don't have time. Look into your own life. Like, do you have time for, like, how is your day? You wake up, what happens? Yeah. And all the thing is in the context of productivity and quality management. Yeah. Productivity and quality management. And of course, on the things which I have already been saying in the last 4 days. So you will have to make connections and see what is what. So I'm trying to say that generally, look into, reflect in your own life, like how your day starts. You wake up and then you have to do this and you have to do that, and from one place to next place you are running, and that is how your day goes. It's quite active. But in the night, what happens when you are maybe alone in your room? What are the things you go through in your own private personal life? um, like I want to share a poem with you. Yeah, I want to share a poem with you. When I was thinking about these things this morning, this poem came to my mind, and you can see this poem on the screen. Please take time to reflect on this. What is this life if full of care? What is this life if full of care? We have no time to stand and stare. No time to stand beneath the boughs and stare as long as sheep and cows. No time to see when woods we pass where squirrels hide their nuts in grass. No time to see in broad daylight streams full of stars like skies at night. No time to turn at beauty's glance and watch her feet how they can dance. Yeah. No time to wait till her mouth can enrich that smile her eyes began. A poor life, a poor life this is. A poor life this, if full of care. We have no time to stand and stare. Yeah. What is this life if full of care? We have no time to stand and stare. Yeah, quite contradiction from what I have been saying. Yesterday, you saw the clips I showed you on motivation. They were really hardcore. Yeah, they were really hardcore. The guys were abusing if you are not productive. Yeah. Yeah. I have told you very clearly what my understanding of productivity is. Be obsessed with productivity. All of those things. See how the contradictions are coming out. Yeah. What is this life if that is how you are going to? Many times, you achieve your goals, objectives, and later on in life you say, is this really I want it? Is this really I want it? It is before achieving something, before achieving that productivity or quality, it looks big, but once you have it, then it has different type of value. And productivity and quality, I told you that there are two things to it, nothing else. Number one, set your goal. Number two, focus. This is what it is. Yeah, other things are beating around the bush. So set your goals. If the goal is not set properly and you focus on it and you get it at the end of the day, and then you say, what is this life if full of care? We have no time to stand and stare. Yeah, we have no time to stand and stare. This is what it is. This is what it is. This is what it is. Yeah. Yeah. Reflect on this. Reflect on this. Reflect in your own life. Reflect on your own life. And many times until we cross the road, we reach to the thing. Many times we like, do we know what is good and what is bad? Like what is good and what is bad? What is good and what is bad? Yeah. Okay. Cultures sometimes tell us, culture, religion tell us, our own in heart sometimes tell us this is good and this is bad. But do we really know what is good and bad? For productivity, you will have to, you will have to set targets, standards. We were talking about it, standards. Of course, we would like to set standards. We would like to set standards which are good standards. Yeah. If no one wants to set a bad standard, yeah, for productivity, for quality. But do we? My question for you to reflect on is that do we really know what is good and bad? And apparently it seems that we do know that this is right, this is wrong. And I said it yesterday. I'm just showcasing you the contradictions, yeah, which I said, and then I'm saying some other things now, yeah, in conclusion. And because I want you to think about these things, I don't want that you say, okay, he said it, so I'm going to do it like that. That is why I'm showing you my own contradictions in what I said. And let me give you a story on. Yeah, stories are nice, and my intention is to give you a couple of stories before I close in next half an hour or so. That is what is going to happen in next half an hour or so. What is good and bad? Yeah, that is the reflect on it. What is good and what is bad? So once upon a time, that is how stories start. So once upon a time, there was a farmer. Once upon a time, there was a farmer. And farmer was living with his wife and his son. He had the only son which he loved, and he had some horses and stuff like that. So he was living a happy, good life. Please remember, we are trying to understand what is good and what is bad. Yeah. So one fine day, what happens is that the horse runs away in the bushes. And that is the main horse on which they rely. So the farmer's horse used to be a very big possession. We are talking about the times when there were no cars and those type of things. So horse runs away. This is a tragedy. This is a tragedy. And the neighbors are there and they come out and they say, oh, your horse is gone. It is such a bad thing. It is such a bad thing. Your horse is gone. And the farmer says, we don't know if it is good or bad. Only time will tell. And everyone is looking at the man and they say, what happened to him? He's lost his senses. His horse is gone. And we are telling him it is a bad thing. And he's saying, I don't know if it is good or bad. Only time will tell. Yeah. Only time will tell. Everyone goes on. And then after a week, the horse returns from the jungles. And this time when the horse returns, he returns with wild horses, a lot of wild horses. And now the neighbors come and they say, wow, what a great day. You are so lucky. This is such a good thing. Your horse came and it came with so many other wild horses. And what the farmer says? Farmer says, I don't know if it is good or bad. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. And the people says, what is happening to him? This is so clear. He got his horse back. He has the other horses. What is the problem now? What is the problem? What time is going to tell? What time is going to tell? So they go on and the farmer goes in and they are doing their own thing, right? And then those are wild horses, not tamed horses. So one fine day, his only son those wild horses are there. He says, let me try and take a ride on those horses. Take a ride on those horses. And he takes the ride. He takes the ride. He takes the ride. And he falls down because they are wild horses. And he breaks his legs. Only child. Legs are broken. Neighbors come. What do neighbors say? Such a bad thing has happened. And what does the farmer say? I don't know if it is a good thing or bad thing. Only time will tell. Yeah? Only time will tell. And then what happens? The child is, the son is broken legs in the house. National Army comes. National Army. Force. Army. They comes. They want to recruit strong, healthy men from the village. They take all the young men except his son because his legs are broken. And neighbors come. And what do they say? They say, wow, this is so good. You are so lucky. Your son's legs are broken. He did not go. And what does the farmer say? What does the farmer say? I don't know if it is good or bad. Only time will tell. Yeah. Only time will tell. Think about this. Yeah. Think about this. It's very interesting to reflect on. And then we are always so sure. We are always so sure in ourselves. We think that what we know is right thing. Don't? You are sure of yourself. I'm sure of myself. Yeah. I know what I know. Yeah. If you tell me I don't know nothing, I'm going to say, well, I know. Yeah. Same for you. But do we know? Do we really know? No, we don't. We think we do. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Time is the test of productivity and quality. Only time tells if someone is productive or quality person. Don't assess people on a short-term basis. You might like someone, you might fall in love with someone in a short period of time. You might think they are amazing, but you don't know. You have no idea who they are. It isn't. Only time will tell. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not saying it for myself. I'm a great guy, of course, but I'm talking about other. You guys are also great. I'm not saying it for myself and you, but other people. Yeah. So if this is true, then what really is productivity and quality? Yeah, what really is productivity and quality? And I was making some notes. I see here I have written some words. Yeah, some words I have written. I hope you also are reflecting on these things. And hopefully when I am done, I hope that you will also share some story or some incident on productivity and quality, and how do you view it? So please keep on thinking about these things. Yeah, please keep on thinking about what is productivity, what is quality. Yeah. What is productivity? What is quality? Yeah. Once upon a time, there was a man. He was getting old. He had a lot of sons. The man was hardworking, but his sons were not hardworking. Sons were not hardworking. They were not productive. They were not producing quality work. They were just sitting there, non-productive children. And the farmer is getting old. So when he is on his deathbed, when the farmer is on his deathbed, yeah, He calls his sons, 6 sons, and he says, well, I'm dying. But the children are lazy. They say, yes, we know you are dying. We are sorry about that. And they just lazy. He said, don't you worry, my sons. Don't you worry. I have sorted your life. You will be very rich after me. And the children are now excited. They say, yes, wow, we have money. How? Where? So the old man says that, my dear sons, that is the land. You know that land? They say, yes, we know that land. So he says, in that land, I have digged a hole and put a lot of gold and treasures for you there. A lot of gold and treasures. Once I am gone, you can dig the land and take all of that gold and live a productive life, quality life, do whatever you want to do with that money. It's a lot of money. It is more than enough for you guys. The children are very excited about it. They say, wow. So they say, where exactly on the land? And the old man dies. So the old man is dead. And he has told his sons that there is the land, and in that land I have put a lot of money, a lot of gold for you. So you can dig and take that gold and live a quality life, productive life. Now the dad is dead and the sons are, yeah, where exactly? So next morning they go there and take their things and they start digging. They dig the whole land they have. They never used to do any work. They were very unproductive. No work. Dad was doing all the work. They dig everything for the gold. They are like sweating and everything, dig everything. Next day again, they dig everything. Next day, every day they are like 20, 25 days. It was a very big land, very big land. It was actually their property. A lot of land there. They dig. A month is gone. 2 months are gone. They dig everything. They find nothing. And now they are sitting there and they are saying, why should we dig deeper? What happened? Where is the gold now? There was a wise man in that village, a wise man. And they said, let us go to him and, ask him how to. So they go to the wise man, brings the wise man, shows him the land, tells him the story that, dad was dying and he said this to us. This is what it is. So the wise man smiles and he says, well, now you have already digged the land. So let's do some crop in this. Put some seeds in this and see how it goes. So they says, okay, now we have already dug the land. Now, let's put some seeds in it. So they put the seeds and do the thing. And long story short, they do a lot of things over there and then they have the crop and then they sell it. And once they sell it, they get money and then they are sitting and comes to the wise man and asks the wise man, where is the gold? We did not find the gold. Yeah. So where was the gold? Yeah. Where was the gold? Where was the gold? Where was the productivity? Where was the quality? So productivity and quality is in hard work. So they were lazy before. Yeah. They were lazy, not doing the things. And then they became hard work. Yeah. Hard work. They got the routine of going to the land every day and digging the land every day. Routine, habits. Sacrifice. They were sacrificing their time there. Discipline. They were getting some discipline there. So where is the gold? Where is the productivity based on this story? Productivity is in hard work, is in dedication, working hard, routine. Yeah. So if someone is productive today and they are not productive tomorrow, then they are not, you can't say productivity. And in the organizational setting, it's not productivity of a day or a week or a month. Again and again, over a period of time, if someone can show that they are productive week after week, week after week, week after week, well, what happens? We get tired. We get tired. We get tired. We get tired. We get exhausted. We get exhausted, just like those people after doing the digging, yeah, tired. So please reflect on this story. Where is the productivity? Productivity is in hard work. Productivity is in routine. Productivity is in discipline. Productivity is in sacrifice. This is where the productivity is. And sometimes you might not see it yourself, so you might need some wise man. Just like those guys, that wise man came and so again, going back to the question I was asking you, what is productivity? What is quality? I'm just using some stories also, to say what I really want to say. What is productivity? You need to come up with your own answers. If someone asks you what is productivity, what is quality, what is productivity? Because you will have to make other people productive. Yeah, right? If you are working in some company, other people are there. What are you going to tell them so they become more productive? What story you have to tell them to get them excited, to whatever, Hard work, routine, sacrifice. Routine. If you don't have routine and you seem to be very productive person, the way I want to teach, not teaching, to facilitate this course, I'm not trying to teach anyone anything. Facilitate. I'm learning myself. The way I want to facilitate this course is that is day after one day after another. And I'm very serious about this. Like, I really don't think or feel, or my mindset is not, I never lecture, never at all. Because I learn as much as from you as you might learn. And let's take an example of that. Let's take an example. You guys can hear me, because you are very quiet, so I don't really know if you can hear me or not. So I don't know if I'm just talking to myself. The voice is clear. Okay, all right. So you are listening. Okay. Don't just listen. You can you are okay. All right. Good. Melissa is here. Welcome, Melissa. I was looking for you, man. You came late. Don't come late, man. We miss you when you come late. I hope everything is fine with you and you saw your grades and you are okay with that. I was just joking with you. Okay. Don't get very nervous or anything, please. You will be fine. Okay. All right. So I was saying, yesterday, Binod was saying few things, right? You guys remember? Yeah. So that's why I'm saying, I'm learning from you. You don't know how much I learn from you. You have no idea. I learn a lot from you, a lot. So Binod said, and I wrote it down what he said. I have the paper. Yeah. Words are most powerful. You can win hearts, win anything, make enemies. This is what he said. Exactly. He said words most powerful, win hearts, win anything, make enemies. I wrote it down. I wrote his name also, Binod. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna post it somewhere. Yeah, words. Yeah, words are very powerful. Words are very powerful. Words are very powerful. Your words can make you increase your productivity, increase the quality, and they can decrease the quality. So this line came from Binod yesterday. So today, let's have a story on this. Yeah, a story on this. Words are very powerful. Once upon a time, don't get bored with these stories. I don't tell them in one go. This is a whole semester, like in like 13, 14 weeks, I tell these stories, like one story in 1 week and then next story next week. So it leaves a good impact. I never tried to tell all the stories like in one sitting. So I don't know how it is going to go. They say, oh my God, story man is here. Okay. So okay, you are doing internship. Okay, yes, I just did not want, because I was joking with you with something. So you will pass. You will be fine. You're a smart girl. Okay, don't take anything in a negative way. Yeah, I know you get a little bit nervous, but I'm sorry if that happened. Okay. All right. Okay. So words. It's very serious. It's very serious. Words are powerful. Yeah. So once upon a time there was a king, um, and this king was king of kings. Not only he was very rich, he was also very generous. So you don't find these two qualities same time in people. Some people are rich but they are not generous. Some people are miser. Some people are generous but they don't have money, so they are just generous. They don't have money or anything. So what you can do with that? So now this king now is generous, and uh, yes, Nasir, yes. Good one. Good one, Nasir. Good one. Good one. Yeah. So this king is extremely rich, king of kings, and he is also very generous. And because of his generosity, his his wife or his girlfriend, whatever, she's not happy about it, because she's thinking this prince is so generous. He's giving away everything. I should have these things. Whoever comes, he gives away whatever they ask for. So if we keep on doing this, then wow, we will become poor, because he's so generous. It's cannot be. So his wife is not happy. His queen, his princess is not happy about that. But the prince cannot help it. He is generous. Someone comes and he gives whatever more than what they ask for. So one day in the court, in their palace, the king is sitting with his queens and they are having a good time. Uh, People are around, and a man comes in the court and he says, King, my lord, you are rich, I'm not rich. Give me something. And the king looks at him and he says, what do you want? And the man says, give me 100, whatever, give me 100. Give me 100 camels or 100 gold coins. Give me 100 gold coins. 100 gold coins was a lot of money at that time. Now his wife is of course not happy, because she knows that he's going to give him 100. But the prince was in a very good mood. Please remember, we are discussing what Binod said yesterday. These are stories, but we are trying to discuss something. So Binod said words are powerful. So that is on which this story is based. So the man asked for 100 gold coins, and now the wife is not happy about it, of course. But the prince is generous. He tells his man that give this gentleman 200 gold coins. And now the wife says he is asking for 100. Why you are giving him 200? Give him 100. Yeah. So now this conversation, that man listens. That man who was asking, he listens this, and the prince also looks at him, and now everyone knows that this is what the wife is saying. The queen is saying this, and now prince says, give him 300 gold coins. So now from 100 to 200 and now 300. Now the queen is very upset. She's now quiet. She cannot say anything. She's quiet. She's not saying anything, but she's not happy about it. And the man is very happy. He takes his coins. He's returning back. As he returns back, one coin, just one coin out of 300 coins, one coin falls down. Please pay attention. One coin falls down, and the man goes up and picks that one coin and start going. That one coin. One coin. So now the queen says, look at other people, how smart they are. He had 300 coins, just one coin fell, and he picked it up. He could leave that because he had 299. And you are such a stupid prince that he asked for 100 and you gave him 200. Then I said, don't give him 200, and you gave him 300. Such a stupid person I have never seen in my life. Yeah. This is what the queen says. So now the prince is, of course, embarrassed. He says, yes, the point. He had 299 coins. Why he picked up this one little coin? So he calls him back. He said, come back. He's angry now. He said, come back. The man returns. The man comes back. Now king is now, he said, what did you do right now? Now he is very upset. He is shivering. His body is shivering. He's saying, my God, king is going to take away now 300 coins. And he might punish me also. So I am in trouble. What did I see? He said, my lord, what did I do? You tell me. I am innocent. King says that I gave you 300 coins. Only one coin fell down. Just one. Please remember, Binod said, words, what did he say? Words most powerful. See, that's why I write down these things, so I don't forget. Yeah. Words are most powerful. Yeah. He says just one coin fell down, just one coin, and you picked it up. What type of person you are? Give me back my coins. Give them back. You don't deserve them. You are a miser person. The one coin here, you should be distributing coins to other people. You have 300. So the man says that, yes, my lord, if you want the coins back, I can give you back the coins. But please ask me, why did I pick this coin up? What was the reason? Please ask me the reason. I can give them to you. They are yours. But please ask me the reason. Words are powerful. Words are powerful. So the king says, yes, why did you pick up that one coin? Yeah. And the man says, my God, my lord, I did not pick it because I thought that it is gold coin. I picked it up because your picture is on the coin. You know, in the old days, the coins had the picture of the prince. So he says, I did not pick it for gold coin. It is your picture. To give it respect, I said it should not fall down. I picked it up. And what happens? The king smiles and he says, give him more coins, and he gives him more coins. What is that? So what is productivity? How he managed his productivity? Those from 100 to 200, from 300 were going, he managed to take those and the other. How? Productivity. How he managed to bring back that productivity? Yeah, when he saw that something is losing. Productivity increase by what? How productivity increases? By using the right words. By using the right words. By using the right words, productivity increases. But what do? We get angry and all of those things. Another thing which Vinod was saying, again, that is there. Anger is not going to take you anywhere. Anger is not going to take you anywhere. Anger is not going to take you anywhere. And that wife was getting angry. It was a simple thing. He came for 100. Let him go with 200. Now he walked away with 500 gold coins because king after that gave him 200 more. Words. These are very small things if you think about that. But what is productivity and quality? This is what productivity quality is. This is what it is. Your words going to make you productive, going to improve other people quality, you can motivate them or not. Your tactfulness, that is what productivity is. Those farmers' son who were not productive, they dig all the land, routine, working hard. What is productivity? That is productivity. What else is productivity? How do you define productivity? I told you few things from my side. What is productivity to you? Don't tell other people. Don't tell other people productivity definition from the book and the formula of productivity. Anyone can calculate that. Anyone can calculate that. Just they have the formula. They have Excel. In Excel sheet, it will be calculated automatically. When you will be plant manager or productivity manager and all of those things, numbers are going to come automatically. Accountants are going to give you. Yeah, right words at the right time, maybe. Hard work is productivity. Please reflect. Please think. What is productivity to you? We spoke about celebrations, right? Celebrate failure. Celebrate. 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 Celebrate failures. Yeah. I was looking at some stories. Let me show you. Let me show you. Yeah, it's a famous story. I'm sure you have. At least few of you must have heard this. Here is the story. You can see it on the screen also, I think. Yeah. So we were talking about. You can read it as I am talking about it. Yeah. Want to talk about something else? So we were talking about celebrating failures, celebrations. So when things go wrong, don't get worried. Celebrate, learn from it. Of course, if it is if you worked hard on that thing and you did all the due diligence, and after that you fail for some reason or don't get the required results, and then you can maybe celebrate failures. But if you did not really prepare much, then you cannot celebrate failure. So anyways, we were talking about celebrating failures, and this is a story which comes to my mind. Yeah, I'm sure many of you might have heard it or something like that. We are just revisiting some things. Once upon a time there was there was a rabbit and tortoise. They said that who is faster? Who is faster? Yeah. Who is faster? You are so lazy, tortoise. You are tortoise. You are so lazy. Um, do you ever reach somewhere, or those type of things the rabbit was saying, as you can see on the screen. Yeah. So they say, okay, let's race, and then they decide to race. Then of course tortoise walks very slowly, and rabbit is of course very fast. So rabbit is gone far, and tortoise is just slowly moving. But then in midway, rabbit says that let me rest and take a nap, because tortoise is very far away. So rabbit takes rest, but tortoise is slow but steady, keeps on doing it. Routine, discipline, yeah, hard work, continuously working. Yeah. And the rabbit is sleeping midway, and the tortoise passes him, and then he reaches the finish line, and then rabbit wakes up, and then rabbit runs, and when he reaches finish line, he sees that the tortoise has crossed the line. Yeah. So on the face of it, rabbit is faster, and for tortoise cannot beat in race. Yeah. But what habits make one more productive than the other? Yeah. What is the so maybe the rabbit celebrated too early. Maybe the rabbit said that I'm going to win anyway, so let me take a nap. Maybe that is to say. So celebrate, but don't celebrate too early. Yeah, maybe that is something which we need to reflect on. That yes, we need to celebrate. Remember in management of change course, we were talking about, there is something which came management of change course last week. Like, celebrate small wins. You get a small win, you celebrate it. Like, give a pat on your back. Okay, I have done this, I have done that, I've done this, I have done that type of thing. Celebrate. But with this story, I wanted to highlight that don't celebrate too early. Maybe that is what is going to can damage the productivity if you celebrate too early. Yeah. If you celebrate too early, that can damage the productivity. That can damage the productivity. Discipline, we spoke about it. Yeah. Discipline. What else is productivity? What is productivity? Productivity is, we were talking about teamwork, right? Teamwork. So productivity is in unity, together, working together. Yeah. Working together. Maybe one person cannot achieve or be as much productive. If you have a group of people who are going to support you and do the thing. Yeah. Yes, Melissa, please go ahead.
So when you say that the teamwork, I wanna add that I think the celebrating together the successes in a team also very crucial, because if there is a problem in an organization, people always trying to blame someone, right? But I think that the important thing is the handle the problems together, being together, not blame the one person, and also celebrate the successes together. So being together, having this mindset is important and leads to success to an organization in the end of the day.
Being together, very interesting, being together, unity. So unity can bring productivity. Unity can bring better quality, these type of things. And There is, United States of America, what is their slogan? United we stand, divided we fall. Yeah, united we, so unity, ability to take people together, different type of people who think differently, who don't think like that, but taking them together for some purpose, unity. Yeah. If you don't, what would happen if you don't have unity? What can happen? Yeah. Here is a story. Unity is productivity. Yeah. Please pay attention. Yeah. Once upon a time, there was an old man. Yeah. He was dying. Yeah. He had 5 sons, but they were not united. They were not united. They did not have that unity which we are talking about. Productivity is unity. Yeah, as Melissa explained. But they were not united, and he was dying. So as long he was there, they were talking to each other, but he knew that once he will be dead, then these children are going to have fight and disputes. So on his deathbed, he called his children, his 5 sons, and he gives all the sons one stick, one stick. Here is one stick, one stick, one stick, one stick, one stick. 5 sticks, he gives everyone sticks. And then he says, break the stick, break it, break it. So you just hold the stick and break it. Break the stick. All right, okay. Then the old man picks 5 sticks and make them a bundle. Tie them, tie the 5 sticks, tie them, unite them. Unity, unity is productivity. Unite them. 5 sticks now united. And then give it to the sons. Now you break it. Now no one can break it because it is 5 sticks. 5 sticks. More productive. So then he tells them that if you will be divided, then it won't be productive. You won't be able to produce quality. You won't be. But if you will be together, united, you will be more productive. No one will be able to beat you like that. So stay together. So productivity is in unity. Yeah. Productivity is in unity. Unity. Yeah. Unity. Are you someone who creates unity, or you are a troublemaker? What are you? You like to create troubles, or when there is a fight between friends, are you someone who comes in and mediates and you want everyone to come back together, or you say, oh, he was saying this, oh, she was saying this? This happens in the corporate culture. This happens, politics and all of that brings down, it impacts, these things impact the culture of the organization. Yeah, culture of the organization. So productivity is in unity. Productivity is in unity. So enough of this. We can go on and on. There are so many things which can be taught, but I hope I conveyed a couple of key pointers in what is productivity. What is productivity? Is discipline, it is routine, it is sacrifice, it is unity, it is discipline, it is hard work, it is dedication. These are the things which are words. How you use the words, very powerful. Yeah. So these are some of the things. Self-reliance. Productivity is, so just like teamwork is important, just like, please pay attention, good point. Just pay attention. Just like teamwork is important, team is like team, other people. But what about the individual? Self-reliance. Yeah. Self-reliance. Yeah. I did not have this. It just this. See, when you guys speak, my mind starts working and it gives me some ideas. So Melissa spoke about teamwork and my mind said self-reliance. Yeah. So this is very good. Yeah. So this is very good. So self-reliance is productivity, I think, because you will have to You have to rely on yourself also many times. You don't have to look at other people. You have to just focus. And second point was focus. First was objective target. Second point was focus. So focus is like self-reliance. Focus. Yeah, self-reliance is productivity. Self-reliance is productivity. Self-reliance is productivity. Self-reliance. Anyone knows any? You guys don't know any stories? What type of, like, no one told you no stories when you are going to bed? Mommy, daddy, or like, no, nothing like that. Or just they would just tell you go to bed and you are on your own. Sleep. I have listened to so many stories. For everything there is a story. Always.
I have heard one.
Yes, Purva, very good. Yes, I knew you're going to help me out with this. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. It's too bad, Purva. Where were you in earlier weeks? You were registered, but you never came, man. Why is that?
OMA. I told you before.
All right.
Glitch with that.
Please go ahead. Please
Yeah.
go ahead. What is productivity? What is quality?
Yeah, so I have a story in regards to that. Somewhere near to productivity and quality, but I think can be a little away too. Which is so there are group of toads which are who are discussing about some gift, and how do they you know uh, achieve that gift? That's by climbing a pole, and you have to go to the top of the pole. So all the toads go together towards the pole, and they wanted to reach to the top of the pole. And they create a mess, and they rush, and everyone goes, I want to go first, I want to go next, I want to go. And all of them in a crowd, they're just hanging on the pole. And suddenly one of the toad looks back from the top, and he gets petrified, he gets so scared, and he shouts and yells. And suddenly other toads started looking below, and all of them fell down because they were scared of the height. But one of them, it kept on going, kept on going, kept on going, and it reached to the top. So any guesses why did the toad reach to the top?
Yes, guys. I know the story, but you guys, those who don't know, they need to guess. Any guess what really happened? Go ahead, Purva.
Anyone?
Tell them.
Yeah. So he basically did not see below because he was deaf. The toad was deaf. And so by this story, we understand that you have to deafen the noises of other people just to succeed in your life, right? Whenever you tend to not listen to other noises, to the miscellaneous noises which each and everyone would create. For example, Steve Jobs said that there were many suggestions given to him to
Mm.
make changes to the organizational structure or to implement more ideas. But then he said that, okay, I can't answer to everyone, and then I pursue few options, and the others I have to deafen. So that's what at the end happens when you're very focused, you know your goal. That's the one thing that one must follow.
Beautiful. Very important. Very important. And this happens, which minimizes productivity. Like there are other toads, there are other frogs which are telling us that you cannot do this. You maybe they were not able to do it in their life, and they are telling us this is not possible. But that toad, that frog was able to come out of the situation because he did not have the ability to listen. He could not, he was deaf, he could not listen. All the shouts which were coming, other people could listen. Those who could listen, they were demotivated, could not change their life or whatever, their productivity. Very interesting. Thanks very much, Purva. I appreciate it. Anyone else want to share some thought, something on what is productivity? What is productivity to you? Yes, Marcus, please go ahead.
So I want to contribute something to the time will tell if something is good or bad.
Beautiful. Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's a story of my first semester at this university. So in the beginning, I thought just be nice to everyone. That was my goal for the whole semester. No matter how stupid the question was, no matter, just be nice and helpful and kind to everyone. And actually, I helped out everyone with every problem they had. This cost a lot of time in the first place. But then in the following semesters, those students came to me like, hey, Marcus, I got an offer for you. Here, a recommendation for an internship. Like, I know there's someone who can help you with this or that. And I saved so much time in the long term just by being nice, just by being kind and helpful. And that's something I enjoy a lot about this course, because it's something we need to change in our mindsets. Like, I did this in the first semesters, but I forgot about this in the third and fourth semester totally, because I didn't have the time to care about anyone else but me. But it was a huge mistake. So I'll learn this, and I guess I will do it better in the future. I hope so, at least.
Beautiful. Very, very powerful. Very powerful. Very powerful. Very powerful. A simple story, but very powerful. Like, you know that. And when you are helping out people, you did not know that they are going to help you out. You are just doing it for the sake of it. You enjoyed it. That is why you are doing, right?
I didn't expect anything in return in the first place. Like, I just wanted to help them. So, because you can't study on your own. It's like a project. You have to do it as a group.
Very deep, very deep, very deep. So the real productivity comes where you are not seeking a return in it. So you can link it with corporate social responsibility businesses. The real social work, real responsibility, real productivity, real quality is not for other people. It is that you want to do it. It's your internal. The motivation is internal. Your satisfaction, your happiness is internal. It is not to make other people happy or anything. That is, then you are not expecting, as Marcus said, he's not expecting anything. He was just genuinely going out, being nice, kind, helping each other. And then, this is, we listen to this, that, we get you reap what you sow. You're going to reap whatever you're going to reap. You're going to what you sow. What you sow, you reap that. Yeah, is what you're going to give out to the world. Is somehow going to sometimes it returns back in one form or another form. Yeah, it returns. Yeah, different cultures have different names for this. Like, do good to others, good will happen. Yeah, so that type of, so productivity. What is productivity then, if you want to look at? And then link it. We started our conversation with what? Which thought we started with? We said that we don't have time. What is this life if full of care? We have no time to stand and stare. And that is what happened with Marcus later on. He got busy with his studies. Yeah. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Eleanor is saying, what is productivity? This is productivity. It's going to increase your productivity if you treat others the way you want to be treated. You treat the customer the way you want to be treated as a service quality manager. Yeah, that is what is productivity. So please don't think that these are, I just wanted to say all these things in a light mode, and that is why I use the mechanism of stories, but in no way these were heavy things. They could be said with a seriousness and a serious face and without any humor or anything in that. But I thought that we can say, you are smart people, you will reflect on this in your own time. Some story will click to you, some will not click to you. That is fine. Not all stories are going to click with you. It is a possibility that you are saying, what is this? All stories, no story click with you. That is perfectly fine. Nothing is wrong with you, but you need to find what is productivity to you. If maybe none of this is productivity for you. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. And then Marcus got busy. And then he also said that he kind of, if he could go back, he might want to help them again. Maybe he kind of, it's not, maybe regret is not the right word, but he could have. But then the life comes, you become busy. As the next semester comes, you are going up, the courses are becoming more demanding. So you have to study more, harder, and all of that. The same thing happens when you will become managers. Same thing is going to happen. In the beginning, you will have, all that, passion, motivation, I'm going to do this, productivity, quality, ethics, all of that. Yeah. And then when the real thing is going to come, when you will have to look at the numbers, when you will have to show that you are giving profit, and you will do the same thing which Marcus did. You will do the same thing because you don't have time. Please remember that poem. What is this life if full of care? We have no time to stand and stare. And then remember me from yesterday, where I was saying get obsessed with quality. Yeah. So today I just wanted to confuse you guys, like what to do, which way to go, what is happening. Yeah. So you need to find your own way in this. So these were few things. What is productivity? What is quality? But I think before I move on to other things, we need 1 hour to do some other activities as course conclusion. But before that, we spoke about what is productivity. We need to also speak about what is not productivity, what is not quality. Yeah, especially in the context where a business is there to make profit. It is not a social service. So at the end of the day, business need to show that they are making money. Only then they will be able to keep the staff, only then they will be able to do research and development, only then they will be able to help other CSR, other things. Only everything is possible only when the business is making money, right? But what is not, and you have to make money, you have to show profit and all of that. Yeah, you know all of those things. What is not productivity? So here is a story. Last story, I promise. Yeah. Last one. Yeah. Last story. The last story is what is not productivity. Once upon a time, there was a man. Once upon a time, there was a man, and he had a hen, peacock hen. Yeah. And the hen would give eggs. Every day the hen would give one egg, but this was a special hen. It was not an ordinary egg. The egg was made up of gold. So every day the hen would give one gold egg every day. And once that started happening, the person started getting richer and richer. Every day he would get one egg, next day one more egg, next day one more egg. So he would sell that egg, get money from that, buy things, buy house, buy cars, whatever he wants. Yeah, thanks Nasir for that beautiful egg. Nice. That is what it is. Yeah, a gold egg. But as he is growing, as his business is growing, as his productivity is growing, as the quality of his life is growing, because he is getting rich, just like businesses grow, their productivity, as more and more profit comes. As that is growing, he is becoming more and more greedy. Greed. So he's saying, why the hen is giving only one egg? Why it cannot give 2 eggs or 3 eggs or 4 eggs in a day? So he tries his thing, but does not happen. Just 1 egg every day. It's a lot of money, but he becomes very greedy. Greedy. And one night he's sleeping and he gets some thoughts in greed. His mind is not working. And his mind says that all the eggs are in the hen. All the eggs are in the hen. It's a big hen. Big, of course, powerful hen. It's not an ordinary hen. That's why it is giving gold eggs. They say all the hens are in the, all the eggs are in the hen, in the peacock. So I am going to slaughter it and take out take out all the eggs. He's greedy. So what he does, he slaughters the animal, and what does he find? He finds nothing, not even 1 egg, because he became impatient. 1 egg was not enough for him. He became greedy. So what is not productivity? What is not productivity? Greed is not productivity. A business might be making a lot of money and showing productivity on the, but are they, their practices are greedy? They are trying to do different things with the customers. Greed. They are impatient. You want overnight success? You want overnight success, right? Yeah. What do you drive now? You drive a Honda, you drive a Toyota, you are on a bicycle, you want a Benz now. Tomorrow morning you want a BMW. If you drive a BMW tomorrow, you want a helicopter. Wherever you are, wherever, not talking about you guys. Whatever I drive, I want next. What is that? Overnight? Do I want it overnight? Without thinking about what is productivity? What was productivity through the stories? Hard work, routine, habits, discipline, all of those things. Without all of those things, now you want to be overnight success in your field. Overnight. It don't work like that. It don't. Things take time. How long do you think it took me to reach you to Finland, from Germany to Finland? I was like this from long time. Today is not the day which made me this. No. A lot of time is coming from lot of things. And today I am with you. How many people are there? Only 11 people are there. It is not that 1,000 people are sitting there. No, it's just 11. Just 11. From Jamaica to Finland, and just 11. So how many I want? I want 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. That is what I want. But that's not going to happen overnight. Patience. So impatience is not productivity. Overnight success, good for you. If you get it, very good. You are a software engineer, you make something, it starts selling. All right, maybe, I don't know. But greed is not productivity. Step by step, life is step by step. Enjoy the, so happiness, we spoke about that. Happiness is in the journey. It is not when you reach there. Like now I need to be happy. I need to enjoy this moment with you guys, my 11 friends. It is, if I will think about, oh, why I don't have 100, why I don't have 200, that's going to, what is that? I won't enjoy this, what I have. See how many you are, friends are in Hong Kong, friends are in Germany, it's a Sweden, Estonia, Korea, Turkey. How many countries are there? Yeah. So enjoy this. So in your quest for productivity and quality, you will reach where you want to reach, but enjoy the process. The enjoyment is in the process, because when you will reach whatever target you have achieved, it might mean nothing. It is just when you want something, it is different. When you have it, you want to have a certain job, you want to work for a certain company, you want to, whatever it is. Once you will reach, now it is a big thing for you. But once you will reach there, we don't know if it will be big thing, because we don't know what is good and what is bad for you. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Yeah. So greed is not productivity. Impatience is not productivity. So these are some things on productivity and quality management through the illustration of some stories and some poems. What is this life if full of care? But having all those things, let me conclude with one line. Yeah, and that line is, find something which you are passionate about and give your all to that thing. This is what I believe, personally speaking. This is what I do with my life. Whatever I do, these are the things, my jobs, these are what I am passionate about, and I am giving my all to these things. One of those is with you guys. Other things are my job in the university, other activities. I want to say, yes, all of these things, nice things, stories and everything, patience and all of those things, yes. What I'm telling you, what I'm doing, I'm find something which you are passionate about, give your 100% to it. 100%. Yeah. So find one objective, and then focus. And then you don't have time to look here and there. So though that poem was actually for me, that I was, what is this? You don't have time and all of those things. And Marcus told you a very nice story there also. Enjoyed that story there. Very nice story. Actually, he told us that he wanted to do things, but he then never had time to do things with others. So how to find that time? And Purva told us a very good story, that people are going to say things to us that this is not possible, this is not, don't spend your time here, what are you, don't have work-life balance. What do you do outside of work? You are at university. You are always at university. When do you go home? What else do you do? Do you have friends? People are going to ask these type of things. Yeah, people are. So there is a price for everything. So you can get what you want. Productivity, quality is possible, but there is a big price for that. Are you willing to give that price? Yeah, I'm asking you. You want to be whatever you are. Are you willing to give that price? Are you willing to give that price? It's going to cost you. Everyone wants good things. Everyone. Few give. Steve Jobs. Elon Musk. He's a billionaire. He's the world's richest man. What do you think he's doing right now? What do you think? What do you think? He's sleeping? He's saying he's tired? You are saying you are tired. You have more things to do than Honorable Elon Musk. You have more things to do, and you are tired. He's not tired. Is he satisfied? Has he stopped working? He's gone on retirement. He wants to go on vacation? No. That is the price, and that is why we took his name. And I said, Honorable Elon Musk. He does not even know if I exist or not. But the world knows that he's there. The world knows. You can be what you want. Don't listen to other people. Don't listen to other people. Dream big. Dream big. Big. And then fail. and then pay the price. Yeah. But do everything on your own risk. Yeah. Don't get overworked, and then, you know, and I also record my thing, so then someone has done suicide and they say, oh, this guy was saying get obsessed with work and all of that, so the person got obsessed with work. Yeah. All right. Beautiful. 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 Let's do some work now. I'm going to show you a dilemma, ethical dilemma. We are going to watch it together. Then I'm going to put you in breakout group. You are going to decide what you are going to do. How are you going to decide what needs to be done? It's ethical dilemma. Yeah. Let's do that. And then one more. We have 50 minutes, so we have decent time. I will, in the breakout room, I will give you like 10 minutes, and you will also be able to talk with each other and, you know, have a little bit. But we're going to watch the ethical dilemma together and then try to identify the solution in the context of productivity and quality management.
A few years ago, you founded a company that manufactures meatless burgers. Your product is now sold in stores worldwide, but you've recently received awful news. 3 unrelated people in one city died after eating your burgers. The police concluded that a criminal targeted your brand, injecting poison into your product in at least 2 grocery stores. The culprit used an ultra-fine instrument that left no trace on the packaging, making it impossible to determine which products were compromised. Your burgers were immediately removed from the 2 stores where the victims bought them. The deaths are headline news. The killer is still at large, and sales have plummeted. You must quickly develop a strategy to deal with the crisis. Your team comes up with 3 options. 1, do nothing. 2, pull the products from grocery stores citywide and destroy them. Or 3, pull and destroy the product worldwide. Which do you choose? Your company lawyer explains that a recall is not required by law because the criminal is fully responsible. She recommends the first option, doing nothing, because recalling the product could look like an admission of fault. But is that the most ethical strategy? To gauge the ethicality of each choice, you could perform a stakeholder analysis. This would allow you to weigh the interests of some key stakeholders, investors, employees, and customers against one another. With the first option, your advisors project that the crisis will eventually blow over. Sales will then improve, but probably stay below prior levels because of damage to the brand. As a result, you'll have to lay off some employees, and investors will suffer minor losses. But more customers could die if the killer poisoned packages elsewhere. The second option is expensive in the short term and will require greater employee layoffs and additional financial loss to investors. But this option is safer for customers in the city and could create enough trust that sales will eventually rebound. The third option is the most expensive in the short term and will require significant employee layoffs and investor losses. Though you have no evidence that these crimes are an international threat, this option provides the greatest customer protection. Given the conflict between the interests of your customers, versus those of your investors and employees, which strategy is the most ethical? To make this decision, you could consider these tests. First is the utilitarian test. Utilitarianism is a philosophy concerned with maximizing the greatest amount of good for the greatest number of people. What would be the impact of each option on these terms? Second is the family test. How would you feel explaining your decision to your family? Third is the newspaper test. How would you feel reading about it on the front page of the local newspaper? And finally, you could use the mentor test. If someone you admire were making this decision, what would they do? Johnson & Johnson's CEO, James Burke, faced a similar challenge in 1982 after a criminal added the poison cyanide to bottles of Tylenol in Chicago. 7 people died and sales dropped. Industry analysts said the company was done for. In response, Burke decided to pull Tylenol from all shelves worldwide, citing customer safety as the company's highest priority. Johnson & Johnson recalled and destroyed an estimated 32 million bottles of Tylenol, valued at $250 million in today's dollars. 1.5 million of the recalled bottles were tested, and 3 of them, all from the Chicago area, were found to contain cyanide. Burke's decision helped the company regain the trust of its customers, and product sales rebounded within a year. Prompted by the Tylenol murders, Johnson & Johnson became a leader in developing tamper-resistant packaging, and the government instituted stricter regulations. The killer, meanwhile, was never caught. Burke's decision prevented further deaths from the initial poisoning, but the federal government investigated hundreds of copycat tampering incidents involving other products in the following weeks. Could these have been prevented with a different response? Was Burke acting in the interest of the public or of his company? Was this good ethics or good marketing? As with all ethical dilemmas, this has no clear right or wrong answer. And for your meatless burger empire, the choice remains yours. Would you sacrifice one person to save 5? Unpack this famous ethical dilemma with our video on the trolley problem. Or learn how the efforts of one scientist at the FDA.
Yes, this is quite interesting. Quite interesting. So you would have to think about safety, trust. We have spoken about these type of things, and in the end, the example they gave, which was not really linked with the burger problem, but Johnson & Johnson, you are familiar with the company. They sacrificed $250 million worth of products. They recalled them and destroyed them. $250 million just for to ensure safety and trust. So it's quite interesting dilemma. I hope you are taking some notes or something, because otherwise you might forget or whatever. So are you going to discuss that? I'm going to put you in breakout room, and you're going to discuss it. But before I do that, I want to play one more clip. Yeah. So what I'm trying to do essentially is you are going to discuss this dilemma, and then you need to conclude the course also, and all of you need to participate. That activity is a marked activity. Yeah. So you are 11 people. All of you should be able to say something. That how do you conclude? If you were to conclude these 5 days on productivity and quality, what is the takeaway? What are the things you are going to tell other friends that this is what is productivity, this is what is quality? If you want to be productive, this is what you need to do. You want to give quality product, service, become a quality person, whatever it is, anything on productivity and quality. What is it that you have which you can share with all of us? I shared my stories with you. I told you already what I have. I don't have anything else, to be honest. Yeah. And yesterday I told you, I cannot make you productive. Yeah. I shared some thoughts with you. Now you need to think about that. So in that respect, I'm going to play one clip, and when you go in your breakout room, you discuss that ethical dilemma, and you also reflect on that what is the takeaway, what you need to say as a course conclusion. So when you will come back, we will say those things, and then from there we are going to give a conclusion to our engagement. One more clip I would like to play. Yeah, on the thoughts that what is a quality manager, what is a productivity manager. Yeah, and then you are going to think about it, what is it is for you, and then when you come back, you will do what needs to be done. Yeah, so it's like 4-minute clip. So you're going to listen to this and then break out and then discuss and then come back, and that is what it is. All right, and you will be in breakout for 10 minutes. Enjoy this.
And on the 9th day, God looked down at the flourishing workshops and factories on the good earth and said, these enterprises need a caretaker. So God made a quality manager. God said, I need someone willing to get up at dawn and work until sunset, understand the line worker and interpret for the CEO, eliminate waste and drive out fear, and ask why. So God made a quality manager. God said, I need someone with a mind keen enough to see processes as they really are, a soul brave enough to challenge the process flaws, and a heart big enough to make the needed changes while calming the human resistance to change. Someone to visit cantankerous customers, tame cantankerous machinery, and reason with cantankerous auditors. So God made a quality manager. God said, I need someone willing to stay up night after night, preparing for the big audit, suffer as the auditor identifies nonconformances, accept the blame from management, and persist until discovering the root causes of the broken processes. And once those causes are identified, fixed, verified, and validated, I need someone who is willing to celebrate the resulting successful certification quietly and alone, because management is as slow to praise as it is quick to fault. So God made a quality manager. God said, I need someone who, with little support from operations, can form a Kaizen team and perform a Gemba walk. Someone with skin thick enough to withstand anonymous criticism and outright deceit, who accepts the slings and arrows of those who rarely listen and don't understand when they do, and who knows that corrective actions are opportunities for excellence, not excuses for blame. I need someone who understands that continuous improvement isn't a short-term fix or a flavor of the month. So God made a quality manager. God said, I need someone with a broad perspective, wide vision, and a healthy sense of camaraderie with colleagues both in and out of the organization. Someone who, after more than a full day's work in a factory or at the site, is willing to accept the responsibility as chairperson of the local ASQ section, and who can craft engaging articles for professional journals, all for the sheer joy of expanding knowledge and promoting quality. I need someone who accepts that benchmarking is a two-way street, and that exchanging information is an opportunity as opposed to a threat. So God made a quality manager. God said, I need someone who can function as the glue of the organization, even though no one acknowledges that fact. Someone who would laugh and then sigh and then reply with smiling eyes when well-prepared young assistants say they want to spend their lives doing what their mentor does. So God made a quality manager.
Yes, a tough one. Why God made a quality manager? Are you willing to do all these things? Are you willing to reflect on all these things and do those things and become a top class, world class quality manager? Yeah. work day and night from morning to every day, where there is no Saturday, there is no Sunday. Yeah, all of those things. Yeah. So with that, so two things you need to do again: discuss ethical dilemma and try to identify how you are going to make the closure. I'm not going to do it for you. You will do all of you one by one. So just gonna put you in the rooms. What should be the size of the room? How anyone can, you guys have been in the rooms, you tell me, like 4 people, 3 people, 2 people? You want to be like intimate with each other one-on-one, or you want like 3 people? What is good?
4 people.
All right, so 4 people, 4 people, 4 people. So 2 groups of 4 and 1 group of 3. But please, everyone, talk with each other, talk with each other, share ideas, try to think how you are going to conclude this course. What? Try to talk about something which we never spoke about. There are so many things. Add value to that. Think about the ethical dilemma. And if all of you will, participate in this activity, the ending will be wonderful. Yeah. Because then all the 13 brains are working on one thing. Yeah. So please help me out with this and help yourself also. Yeah. All right. Hand is raised, Vinod. Rocky Balboa. Is seconds. Yes, Vinod, what's up? You can hear me? Yes, no, I don't hear you. I don't hear you. You can hear me, I think, but I cannot hear you. So please see if you can fix your mic because we need to hear your final comments. Very important. So please think how you're going to make conclusion for us and try to find internet, please. Yes. Yes, beautiful. So welcome back. Thanks for engaging in your breakout rooms. So you have seen various things in productivity quality during the week. I just showed you an ethical dilemma. Now we are closing to the end of our engagement. There are quite a few friends who were with we were together for a couple of weeks. We looked at artificial intelligence. We looked at international business management issues, change management, so many things we looked at. But and all the things need productivity and quality. Without productivity and quality, it's not much anyway. So now I would like that everyone, we have like 11 friends. So it would be nice that all our friends can come one by one and make like what is the takeaway, what are the things we need to keep in mind for productivity, quality, all of those things. You heard me, I told you stories, I have said what I wanted to say. So it's now your turn to finalize the comments. um, don't don't like, it's not about like you learned a lot or whatever, not looking for that. I'm looking for your suggestions in improving productivity and quality planning. So keep to that, and so all of us can participate. Yes, please go ahead one by one. Yeah. Yes, everyone should raise their hand so they are able to speak, because I would like to take everyone, please. Yeah. Yes, Nasir, please go ahead.
I have learned from these courses productivity and quality. like for me, what have I learned is this, that quality is very important from these perspectives, because if we have productivity, for example, we have produced so many stuff, or we are doing so many stuff, but if that is not high quality or standard quality, then we cannot use this in our factories, or to sell it, or even to in our personal life. For example, if we write an article about like hard long article, but there is no material in it, and that material is not related to the topics, then teacher will not give us a point. So I think I have learned that quality, we have to always keep the quality and then speed up the process and make it productivity. And hard working is very important, because being a lazy will never give you productivity or quality. And we always be think positive and think about big, because so we can do better than what we think about ourselves. We are better than this, and we can build a better future, and we can do much more than this, that things we are doing now.
Yeah, nice points. So Nasir is saying standardization, process controls, work hard. Three things he's saying: standardize, process controls, work hard. Yeah. Yes. Next one, please.
So I can say a couple of things, sir. I want to say that the plan, do, check, act method that I use in my personal life, because it is the way that I follow in order to increase my productivity and quality also. So I think that the planning is a key thing, because you can recognize an opportunity while you are planning, and you can plan a change actually, and doing a product, a project, and the testing the change. After that, checking is really crucial, because the feedbacks are important, and the being open and the being flexible is also open. Analyze the results and identify what you have learned. The resulting from the feedbacks you are given also important. And the last step, acting, take action based on what you learn is the final step and the important.
Very
Thank
interesting.
you very much.
Very interesting. Well, yes, Justin Chan, Hong Kong. Please go ahead.
Yeah, so I would like to say about like me personally, I think when we talk about like productivity and quality, we have discussed from a personal perspective and also from an institutional perspective. But I think like unless we are a quality manager, like we manage the quality control process of the whole company, and actually that's the concept of productivity and quality is quite distant from us. In terms of the institutional perspective. So I think if we want to relate to ourselves, I think we have to do is to enhance our own productivity and quality. Like how can we ensure ourselves to work in our best status? How can we ensure that our quality, our deliverables are of our best efforts and best quality delivery? So I think throughout multiple theories that we have taught in class, I think it takes time for me to reflect on how to digest all these theories and turn into my personal plan for me to improve in my future. Yeah.
Yes, very nice. And over the period of time, all of us should be able to do that. But it is a long process, continuous improvement. Very nice. Next one, please. Marcus.
Sure. I want to contribute that I've learned taking responsibility and having a clear mindset is very important, because all the things we learned about quality will come as a consequence of this mindset. So there's not much I could say about this, just
That is what you said. You hit the nail on the right spot. Beautiful. So it's the quality and productivity is a consequence of a certain mindset. What a beauty. Write it somewhere, please, everyone. Quality and productivity is a consequence of a certain mindset. Beautiful line. You are not going to find these lines in books. Yeah. They come from these type of discussions. Yeah. Beautiful line. Think about it. Yeah. quality and productivity is a consequence of certain mindset. And what is that mindset? All these things which other friends are saying, these are part of mindset. Yeah, Eleonora, please go ahead. Tamlini, anyone?
Yeah. For me, what comes to mind from productivity and quality would be key point as open communication, especially in companies where there's a lot of different teams and you need to be able to communicate thoroughly between different platforms, between different ladders of management. And if the communication does not work, also the business is gonna be a little bit difficult. Not just the communication, but also the actual business. And if I consider also the business wise, I think goals are very important. You need to set personal goals, of course, in your personal life, but also in business as a worker. But also for setting goals for the team separately will help everybody to actually become better person and better worker.
Very interesting, very interesting. Yeah,
that's kind of something that came to my mind.
Good mind, good mind. Yeah, so our friend is saying a platform, yeah, different platforms. And there are so many different platforms which are used for communication. So different ladders. Very interesting, very interesting. Yes, Tamlini, please go ahead. Good to have you at last.
So after these 5 days, I learned that productivity and quality are both required and highly regarded in all organizations worldwide. And I think for many people, it would be great to have or work in a company that is both so productive and provides high quality. But however, the two terms are not identical, so they do not exist one without the other. And for quality, I can say is much different than productivity, and people can want and constantly attempt to be productive, but this does not mean that the results will be of good quality, and at times the timing will be wrong and despite productivity and there will be no quality. And other times you will be required to produce a specific product or service or perform a set task. And regardless of your productivity, the approach will simply be the wrong one. And so if you want to improve the productivity and quality, I would say you have to manage your time effectively and eliminate every distraction. And the most important thing is that you have to love what you do.
Yeah. Oh my God, love what you do. Wow, how to find that thing which we love to do. That's very interesting. Tamlini, which country you are from?
I'm from Germany.
You are born and raised in Germany?
Yeah. So yeah,
okay.
I'm born and raised in Germany, but my parents are originally from Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka, yes. Your name kind of, I said it's kind of Asian. Yes, good to have you. Very good. Yeah, so our friend is saying love at the end of the day after saying all the things. She said at the end of the day, you need to fall in love with. Okay, Marcus knew. Okay, good. Well, Marcus knows things which I don't know. So here you go. Yes, Purva.
Yeah. So I learned during the course the importance of communication. That when we have open communication, then things become much simpler, much easier, and less complicated. So it's very important and essential to be more out front and have open-ended conversations rather than close-ended. So that's what I learned, and especially in routine, especially in productivity, I learned that routine is very important. Week after week, you have to perform the task, and it grows with time.
it doesn't,
Yeah.
it shouldn't slow with time. So
Yes.
yeah. And apart from that, I also learned one thing that I learned was about self-reliance. So you have to rely on yourself, and then self-reliance also includes sacrificing the external materialistic or other stimulations that we generally resort to. But then to be productive, we have to just let go the other X, Y, Z elements and just focus on the goal. So that's one thing that stuck with me. And apart from that, what I really liked was that we talked about productivity, but we also talked about what is not productive. So one thing that I think our generation has less, uh, less patience. So that less patience results in an urge for overnight success, because we have exposure to so many things out there that we want everything, and it takes time. So we haven't learned it with time that it takes time, but social media has given us so many things to look upon, and we want that already. So that's one thing that clicked me. And also not having greed and being disciplined. uh, yeah. So that's what I learned about productivity.
And we learned a lot from you. And our friend from India, she's saying, let go, let go. Yeah, let go. Yeah.
Being a typical Indian.
Let go. Yes, good one. Yes, Vinod.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir. Do you hear me?
Perfectly. Beautiful. Go ahead.
Sir. What I learned from this class is I would like to recall the first day you said that try to find yourself. I think that is the main point, and we should try to dig ourselves, like what makes us happy. Time management, couple of things like time management, motivation, dedication, hard work, discipline, and we should also try to accept the failure with open heart, so that we can progress. We can learn from our failure, and then we can progress in our or we will be closer to our goal. That's what because we know, like, we are so grown up, like we know what is right, what is wrong, what to do, what not to. The only thing is, like, we have to focus on ourselves, what we can do, how to dedicate, how to make a disciplined life, so that we can follow. If we follow the things with a with dedication, hard work, discipline, then we will there will be a good productivity, I guess.
Beautiful points. Beautiful points. Beautiful. Dedication, hard work, focus, discipline. Very nice. Nicely said. Yes, Tiffany, let's take you. Please go ahead.
Hi. So, like, to conclude the course, I think the most important lesson that I've learned is to really, like, believe in ourselves, or to try the things, like, to try different things to increase our capacity, or increase our productivity. It's because, like, sometimes if we didn't try something, then we didn't know how much we could do, or how fast we could do, and therefore we should have the courage to try on different things and step out of our comfort zone. And I think it's important, no matter in academic or when we graduate, when we came out to work. I think it's very important to have this quality and have this mindset. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful one. And as we are coming to our conclusion, which we should be able to do in next 5-6 minutes, I'm going to show you a clip. Please watch it very carefully. What it takes to make quality and productivity. Listen to what are the things they are saying, how they are doing it, different processes, procedures, which they are going to talk about in this short clip, around 4 minutes. Please watch and enjoy.
What does it take for a car to become an Audi? It takes determination that knows no limits. takes 2.5 million test kilometers a year. Searing heat, torrential rain, 300 kilometer per hour wind. Salt, 100% humidity. It takes an aging process that adds 12 years to a test vehicle in just 19 weeks. All Audi models, from the A1 to the A8, have to endure this grueling test. It takes people who listen to more than just car boots to find irritating noises, whenever and wherever. It takes engineers with zero tolerance when it comes to tolerance. Who see and perfect everything. Every gap, every seam, down to tenths of a millimeter. It takes leather that's better than leather, that can withstand 45 stringent tests. It takes feathers from Australia's biggest bird, for only emu feathers ensure immaculate paintwork. Cathodic corrosion protection. High-speed rotary atomizers. 100 micrometers, but 110% precision. But above all, it takes more than 100 years of experience and the unwavering determination to achieve perfection. That's the only way for a car to become an Audi.
Unwavering determination. Unwavering determination which needs no limits. Limitless determination. You are determined to achieve productivity, quality, or what it takes to give quality is unwavering determination with no limits. Yeah. So, going to close with this beautiful poem which I read some time ago, and it moved me a lot. I hope it moves you a little bit too. What it is saying? It is saying, I bargained with life for a penny, just a penny. Yeah, I wanted a penny from the life, and life would pay no more. However, I begged at evening when I counted my scanty store. For life is just an employer. He gives you what you ask. Please pay attention. He gives you what you ask. But once you have set the wages, why you must bear the task? I worked for a menial's hire, only to learn dismayed that any wage I had asked of life, life would have paid. Any wage. Yeah. So go out in life and ask for any wage you want, and life is going to give it to you. Yeah. But it is just that remember that everything has a price if you are willing to pay the price. Life is going to give you that. Yeah. And finally, last thing is that there is one character which, no matter what happens, that character is always productive. Things go wrong, still able to find something good from that. So I want you to leave this room with the memory of that character and incorporate it in your life. I'm going to play that character. Before that, thank you very much for wonderful week. Appreciate it. And here you go.